What's good, world? Saying on YouTube, just saw, the homie, Mr. Sotomayor, Mr. Controversy. Um, this ain't a diss video, you know what I'm saying? This is not really, I don't know what it is. I just want to give, a perspective from, a younger person. I'm 27, about what he does and how the things that he say might affect or direct the actions, people of my demographic. So, anyway, listening to him, like you say on the surface, might seem kind of harsh, might seem like he just quote unquote bashing, if you want to use that word, or just black women. Uh, but really, in my opinion, TJ is a conversation starter. Uh, a conversation that shit. Let me turn off this damn alarm system. That a lot of black people really need to have with themselves. You know, are we happy with things we're doing? Are we happy with the way we're doing it? And if we are, then hey, then let's stop fucking complaining about where we at. Uh, but if we're not happy, then we might have to actually do some changes within ourselves to have a different outcome than what's been happening thus far. Um, so me personally, I would say I'm damaged fucking goods. Like I have had, had, have had past tense. I'm gonna say past tense because I'm working on it now. And had no dick control. Um, it's as simple as that. Like I made some really poor choices about where I have put my penis, and I didn't have a ratchet mama. You know, like I had. She was as close as one to the pristine example of a woman that you can get, and it's like if I found a woman exactly like her, she would be wifey material, except for a few things. Um, you know, just knowing what I know about her upbringing, I could see why she is the way she is about certain things. Um, when you grow up in an environment where a man has terrorized your family, who's not your real father, you kind of grow up with the mentality of I don't want a man to run my life. I want to be able to make my own decisions. I want to do things my way fit. If you grow up and your mama, she is running behind some man who is treating y'all badly, that's gonna taint the way you feel about male authority for the rest of your life. So I would say that would be the only thing that really my mom really had against her as far as relationships wise, and it's a big thing apparently. That dynamic, that man woman dynamic. And I think that's one of the things that Mr. Sotomayor addresses in his videos. We have to relook at that dynamic, and women have to realize that you you cannot learn to be a leader by somebody telling you that you should be a leader. You have to allow someone to put themselves into that role, let them fail or whatever, let them learn from their mistakes, let them develop the skills to lead. And the majority of black women will not allow that. Whether they're afraid, whether they have other ulterior motives. It's many different things in our culture that go against that. The way people were raised without a man in the house, things like that. So niggas is not gonna learn how to be leaders unless they're allowed to be that. Now, women have been allowed to be leaders, and they're not bad leaders, but it's just an element there that is missing. It's that masculine element that is missing. You know what I mean? I don't feel like women should be on the front line. I mean, women can be warriors, but I don't feel like they should be the front line. I feel like there should be men surrounding them, protecting them. You know, they can handle themselves, but that's only if they have to. You know, it should be us out front making decisions for the community, you know, and then talking with our women to help us make those decisions, getting insight from them, from their knowledge that they know, from the things that they learn, and then coming to the best, you know, the best plan or best course of action. And I don't think we're doing that right now. I think it's a lot of parasites. You know, we have learned from some bad habits from other cultures, I should say. Um, we like to leech off of each other, and we like to manipulate each other into, you know, for our own selfish means. There's no real sense of community. Everything is about individuality, and understand that, you know, I want to do what I want to do. A lot of people feel that way, you know, especially if your family wasn't shit to begin with. Like, why would you? You know what I'm saying? Why would you want to uplift them? They ain't do shit for you. But, you know, when you need somebody to have your back, hey, now, you know what I'm saying? Now it's all about family when you run into some trouble. So we gotta build those bonds ahead of time. So if every individual had the goal of improving themselves in the right way, in the right direction, and that goal converges on what's best for the community, hey, you can be an individual and you can have power as a group at the same time. But see, we don't think like that. I think the majority of black people, we think too small about things. And that's why we can never plan, never come together. We think about where we can go by ourselves. Now, if you trying to devise a plan where your great grandchildren can be good no matter what, then you gonna have to work with some other people to do that. To come up with that plan is gonna necessitate that you learn, you know, that you learn certain skills. You have to learn how to negotiate, how to talk with other people, how to be secretive. You know, we all talking about stop snitching, but I mean, do we really know what that means? So anyway, I just wanted to give a perspective from, you know, a young nigga's point of view. I don't hate black women at all. Like, it's far from it listening to him. Like, TJ has emboldened me to find a good woman, a good black woman, even if she doesn't have to be perfect, but to mold her so that I can make a family and leave my legacy, you know, for the generation that's after me. Because that's really the only way you can live forever. It's through your seeds, what you plant, what you leave behind. You can't leave jewelry behind. Can't leave your house. You know, you can leave your house fine for a couple years, you know, but it can get wiped out in a tornado or something just as quick. But one thing you can't leave behind is your blood. So I feel like black people should get to the mentality of, let's save the planet. Now, how do we do that?